Crypto Billionaire 69 coming back at you guys with another daily in-depth technical analysis. Let's get straight into the charts. Bitcoin is holding above those $24,000 levels, which is good. We are seeing a slight retracement today, kind of just a little consolidation after we peaked earlier yesterday. We are slowly moving higher, creating these higher lows. Now, if you guys have been following the channel for any time, then you will understand that we are looking for a retracement back down to these 20,000s, right around this level here, right around here. So this is what we need to look for. This could be invalidated if we see a green candle pushing higher than, let's just look to the left a little more to see if there's any previous resistance, which there's not up until, okay, at this point at the very lowest, but it will probably move up to these 28,000s, forcing some retracement again. However, if it breaks through these 25,000s to be safe, these $25,000 levels with volume and green candle, that means we have broken through the top, and it will most likely come back up to these 28,000s before seeing any resistance again, and it's going to shoot up high and fast. So be very, very, very cautious right now. Look at this volume thickening up as we are creating higher lows. Now, it would be almost unnatural for it to just spike up like that without seeing a little retracement first, even if it's little. It doesn't necessarily have to come down to these $20,000 levels, but if it's back down to this just this higher low around these 23,100s, even that will be good. But if it just breaks through the top of this, that'd be very, very bullish, extremely bullish. That means buyers are so eager to get in, they're not even allowing it to retrace back down to its local lows right around here. So what I am waiting for is a nice, I'm being very patient right now because we are at a high within the past month, okay? Which means it's probably not the best time to get in. So I'm just being very patient, either waiting for that confirmation in this green candle, see this breakout, or a little retracement back down to here, and then a bounce. But what I'm really waiting for is a retracement back down to these $20,000 levels before moving higher. That would just make the most sense. It's the most natural. Because right now everyone's hoping that it's going to get in. A lot of new people have gotten in right around these levels. Now, if you are like me, you've started talking about crypto, and you've started listening about crypto because more people are talking about it right now, because we are seeing some movement in the charts. So it will most likely drop again before we move higher. Now, it's not guaranteed. However, it would be the most natural price pattern that we could see in these charts right now. This is Bitcoin. Let's get into Dogelon Mars. It's important to understand Bitcoin because everything's pegged off of Bitcoin right now. We have seen a major spike in Dogelon Mars. Wow, look at that. 10.5%. Almost 10.6%. A little green candle moving higher. Now, don't shoot your boots, my friends. This volume is not as high as this volume. However, we did see almost the same amount of movement. If we look, let's just go ahead and draw this candle out and then bring it over here. We almost saw the same amount of movement, okay? We saw about a couple 0.3 that it didn't hit. So, what are we looking for here? This is very nice to see. I have been averaging in as it has been coming down. I haven't averaged in a few weeks now. Last time I averaged in was around these 3s, I believe. These 2 to 3 levels. So just holding the bag right now. For all you long-term investors, averaging in now is a very, very good time because as Bitcoin starts to spike, it's important to be getting in at these lower levels because Dogelon Mars will start to spike too, okay? Look at this. Bitcoin spiked just a little bit in the past few days. It's up to these $24,000 levels. And what did Dogelon Mars do? It's seeing exponential gains, okay? Bitcoin went up a couple percent. Dogelon Mars went up 10%, okay? Now, this is just the beginning, because once Bitcoin goes up 10%, Dogelon Mars is going to go up 50 or 100%. So it's important to be slowly averaging in now. Now, for all you in the Patreon waiting for real-time buy and sell alerts, this is one of the strategies that we are waiting for right now. Now, I'm not going to give everything out because I want you guys to learn in the Patreon, but this is what I will give. We are seeing higher lows, and we're seeing a push higher with volume, which is a good sign, through this 3.8 level, and came back up to test these 4s, which is very important. So we are looking for a push higher through these 4s. That would be extremely important to invalidate all of this previous consolidation, because we already have the confirmation candle here. We just need another one to close above this resistance level, which will invalidate all of this crap right here. And then after that, once we see a push higher, we want it to hold for around 3 days. Okay, that's very important. So based on Bitcoin and what happens with Bitcoin today is very important for what our move should be in Dogelon Mars. Now, what do we need to look for in Bitcoin? On the bearish side, if we're looking for a retracement to get a lower price back down around these $20,000 levels, we want to see some movement to the downside today in Bitcoin, which will make it move towards these $22,000 levels. Now, we probably won't see that much movement. If at the max, we'll probably see a movement down to these $23,962 levels. But within the next few days, we should see either major buying pressure or major selling pressure. It's very important to watch right now. If we see buying pressure, then it's good to average in 1/4. If we see selling pressure, it's good to wait. Okay, very, very important. If we see buying pressure, it comes up here and breaks through this, it's confirmation to get in, because the previous resistances have been broken and we are making new lows. We are making a new floor, which is very important in these markets, because as your floor gets raised, you create higher lows, which we're seeing here, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. And then as we see a breakout of those higher lows, as we see more buyers start to step in, you see this little volume spike, it gets pushed higher, and then it breaks through the previous resistances, which were consolidating us in these higher lows. We break through that and we shoot high. Okay, so what do we need to wait for? This is called the breakout pattern. It's very simple, and you can make a lot of money doing it. It's actually so simple. It's easy. Anyone can do this. As it breaks out of this resistance, you get in. Okay, that easy. Now, if it's retracing, what is the resistance, you might be asking? Let me just clear this up a little bit so you guys can get a little better understanding of what I'm talking about. I'm just going to delete all of this. Okay, I don't think it's deleting. It's not deleting. A resistance is the tops, okay? To make it simple, the resistance is the price in which the current price needs to look out for. We need to look out for that price because it is the maximum point of resistance, okay? Point of sellers. Like, sellers will come in as it comes to this price because of previous price action. So as it moves higher, this resistance level is one that we need to watch, because the probability of sellers coming in here is much higher than the probability of sellers coming in at a lower price in between resistances. Very important. See this resistance here? It came right up to this resistance and then started retracing again because the sellers gathered together and pushed it back down. Now, what we need to see is some buyers step back in, push it higher, and then it consolidate for 3 days. Very important. That is what we're looking for at this moment in time. If you want real-time buy and sell alerts, join the Patreon. A link is in the description. And I will catch you guys in the next video. I hope this helped, and I hope this gave you a little bit more clarity on what's going on in the markets. To sum it up, we are waiting for a retracement. Okay, if it does move higher with volume, that's just a bonus. We already have our bags in at this point in time, so we can add if it moves higher with volume. Either way, we're going to be making money. Crypto Billionaire 69. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.